action. Superstars of Wrestling is on the air. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Superstars of Wrestling at ringside. This is Vince McMahon along with Bruno Sammartino and Jesse the Body Ventura also ready to join us. We certainly hope you will enjoy all the action headed your way. This week, we're just about ready to begin. This week on the Superstars of Wrestling, scheduled to join us will be one Adrian Adonis, who's back, as we are told, in tip-top form. Also to join us, the Ugandan headhunter Kamala, who has been wreaking havoc as of late all over the World Wrestling Federation. Also, a special report from Dr. Bob Panovich on the condition of this extraordinary athlete, the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. And then from there, a special tribute to you, the fans of the World Wrestling Federation. Flip the music with Wang Chung's Everybody Have Fun Tonight. And then also to join us, an extraordinary tag team combination, the Can-Am connection of Zeke and Martel.
And a total combined weight of 758 pounds from Tocula, Mexico, Tito Santana. From Culebra, Puerto Rico, Pedro Morales. And from Mudlick, Kentucky, Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, Hillbilly Jim. That's all Jim singing a tune to Machine King. Come on, get to the 6 minutes. Machine King. Hillbilly Jim.
You know, McMahon, it's been a long time since I've seen Hillbilly Jim, and it's still as distasteful as ever.
He's a mountain of a man. You got to give him that.
Oh, I'm not denying that. He stands about 6'6", what, 300 pounds around? He's huge.
Big, powerful, strong man. All right, Hillbilly Jim to start things off with Moondog Spot.
And I always love a wrestler who puts a lot of money into his attire, which Hillbilly Jim definitely fits the bill on that, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't think those Oshkoshes are too expensive, but he's comfortable in them. Moondog Spot, shoulder block, and he... It's like you're fainting. Oh, look at old Jim swell up. Look at that, Bruno.
Well, he does have a great physique. He really does. He's an impressive-looking man, Hillbilly Jim.
I don't know that he really knows how to display it in terms of a bodybuilding-like pose, but nonetheless, he gets the job done, and that's really all that counts. Barrio with a knee to the midsection, bit the big Hillbilly over. Ooh, nice retaliation right hand. Barrio in the standing side head like Tiger's made. Tocula, Mexico's Tito Santana in the ring. And Danny Davis, referee Danny Davis in there. He had to see that hair pull a moment ago.
Just about the same way as he saw the closed fist that Chico Santana was using.
Drop kick by Santana. Santana reaching the tag. And here comes Pedro Morales. The Raider in there now. Raider whip to the ropes. I don't take it out of your breadbasket. Morales with a Raider. Slams him down to the canvas. Tiger's made. Here comes Tito Santana. To the rope and a drop kick by Santana.
You know what I like about Danny Davis as a referee? He lets him wrestle.
Yeah, I'll say.
You know what I like about him, Jesse? Nothing.
2 and 3, yes, sir.
Now, what was the matter with the job that Danny Davis did in there? Huh? Yeah, you guys ain't complaining because the guys you wanted to win won. That's why. If the other team would have won, then you'd be complaining.
Here are your winners, the team of Tito Santana, Pedro Morales, and Hillbilly Jim.
Hillbilly Jim and its capacity crowd brought to life. Jim, oh, look at that. You missed it. Don't go messing with a country boy. And you best take heed of that, Jesse, and a whole lot of others here in the World Wrestling Federation. I wasn't looting for the book. Come on, sing it.
Oh, man.
Let's go back to the replay. All right, to the replay we go.
There we go. Look at this, Jesse, if you will observe, when the Raider over here gets caught in a roll back here, he's rolled up into a ball, and Danny Davis has no choice but to count, even though he's not counting very fast. He has to count, and here's your pick.
All right, stand by, everyone. Cut it up, Jim. A special update. I believe he's with the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
With the latest from the World Wrestling Federation, here's Gene Okerlund.
Fans throughout the wrestling world are still buzzing about the confusing and controversial match between Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage. A very serious injury to the larynx was suffered by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat during the course of that match. An injury that has left Ricky unable to talk and left the Macho Man gloating.
Complete mental insanity. Oh, yeah. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, your future seems bleak. Oh, yeah, it does. But you got involved over your head, didn't you? Macho Man Randy Savage, #1 wrestler in the World Wrestling Federation. Take your wife's advice. Retire. Understand that you're learning sign language now. Understand you're trying to talk, communicate. 2 more signs that maybe you can add to your repertoire. #1 could be possibly this, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, yeah, your future. And then possibly that, if you ever decide to come back and wrestle the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Apparently, Randy Savage has not heard the latest evaluation of doctors. A good chance of recovery for Ricky Steamboat. If Steamboat returns, the Macho Man may not be using sign language. He may be signing off. For Update, I'm Gene Okerlund.
Mario Mancini. His opponent led towards the ring by his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. From the Big Apple, New York City, at 274 pounds, the adorable Adrian Adonis.
Jimmy Hart spraying that. You smell that, Bruno?
I smell it all right.
What does he have in there? I'm not sure. We had an occasion to chat with Roddy Piper earlier on about this man, Adrian Adonis, and this is what Hot Rod had to say.
Gosh, you sly bucket. Come from behind again, huh? Something you're used to, you piece of garbage, huh? You want to have a good time? You want to hit me upside the back of the head? You think you're doing something that nobody else in the world has ever done? Come on down, slime bag. Everybody pays the piper.
And I will bet that sooner or later Adonis will have to pay the piper.
Oh, yeah, sooner or later they're going to get it on.
But I don't know who will...
someplace.
I don't know who will be doing paying the dues. Because Adonis, I believe, can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the World Wrestling Federation. Ooh, what a chop by Adrian. And a knee to the midsection on Mancini. A series of them now. This is a vicious individual. This Adrian...
Whoa.
Oh, come on. Look at Adonis, all over Mancini. Mancini to the ropes, here comes Adrian. Shoulder block, down he goes. Jimmy Hart with that canister of, I don't know what it is, but it's certainly not Chanel #5. Adonis now with Mario Mancini. What a chop across the pec, and down goes Mancini. Adonis all over him. By the way, what's that? You said you were going to look in last week to the controversy surrounding Andre's reinstatement.
That's right.
And
I'll be talking with Bobby the Brain Heenan. That's
this week.
this week.
Oh, wait a minute, right here now. That sleeper hold. Adrian Adonis wraps up Goodnight Irene on Mario Mancini. Mancini, I believe, going down.
He's out of there.
He is gone. He is gone. Yes, indeed.
That's right, McMahon. I'm talking to Bobby the Brain Heenan because he was at that meeting, that supposed meeting that took place to reinstate Andre. That's right. That hearing, whatever you want to call it. Kangaroo court, maybe.
I don't know. Let's get the official decision.
Here is your winner, the adorable Adrian Adonis.
Adrian Adonis with a bouquet of flowers Little snip there for the olfactory sense, and then... oh, come on. Oh, come on. Look at that.
Actually,
that's humiliation. That's what that is.
but it's pretty humiliation.
That's almost the ultimate in humiliation. That's a Roddy Piper doll. And that youngster's hand right there. And Adrian doesn't like it. Come on. Adonis forced to bring Mancini back around. And you can bet that this man one day will pay to Piper, or maybe it'll be Piper. Oh, come on, referee. Come on. Adrian Adonis, his hot rod, in some fashion, looks on. Back to the replay.
Well, here we go on the replay. You're going to see that here. He applies that sleeper, and let's face it, when Adrian Adonis applies that sleeper, there is no escape. It's very devastating. He applies it like nobody else's business, and there's the finale.
Adrian, and look at that. That is the ultimate, I believe, in humiliation. Those flowers look like they may grow there in Mancini's mouth. Adonis victorious right now. Something of special interest.
What a way to start 1987, the World Wrestling Federation at the Boston Garden. Saturday night, January the 3rd, amongst the many matches signed, the 20-man, $50,000 bunkhouse battle royal. Now, Boston, simply, that means there are no rules. Wrestlers can come dressed to the ring as they please, and in the ring do whatever they please in an effort to emerge victorious. And the Intercontinental title on the line at the Boston Garden, January 3rd. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, accompanied by Elizabeth, will be facing the challenge Macho Man of wrestling's living legend, Bruno Sammartino. And a lot of people feel that this time you went too far.
Was that right, Mr. TV announcer? What do you figure? Do you figure it can happen, or do you figure it can't happen? You think that the Macho Man, Randy Savage, can teach an old dog new tricks? Can you do it? Yeah, can you do it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can! And I can do it in the Boston Gardens on January the 3rd. Oh, yeah, that's a great fitting, setting. Because right there in the Boston Gardens a long, long time ago, February the 8th, Macho Man won the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship belt. And a longer time ago, and I'm talking years and years and years and years ago, Bruno Sammartino got himself the living legend, attitude going for him, where you're an old dog and I'm going to teach you a new trick. You're a has-been. You're a has-been, Mr. Cheap Shot. Don't like you, don't like anything about you, and all in one day in the Boston Garden. I'm going to eat you. I'm going to teach you respect for the youngers. Yeah. Macho Madness.
Boston Garden, Saturday, January 3rd, the 20-man, $50,000 bunkhouse battle royal, and the Macho Man against Bruno Sammartino.
Well, now, Outback Jack is going to have, or so we're told, a lot more to say this week. Where is he? Let's go now to the beautiful country of Australia.
Well, I tell you what, I reckon you've seen how tough and rough it is out here, and the unbelievable beauty of this place. I tell you what, there's so much here to keep you interested. There's the Buffs, the Crocs, the Roos, the occasional Aboriginal tribe. Nothing goes astray out here. It's all good value and good fun. Mate, I'm chomping at the bit to get over there. I can really tell you that. When we get there, there's no worries. Everything will be sweet. I tell you what, I'm Outback Jack. There's no worries here, mate.
Outback Jack, hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of Outback in weeks to come, and we're certainly looking forward to his debut here in the World Wrestling Federation, I hope sometime soon. Right now, let's take you up to ringside.
This tag team match is scheduled for one fall. In the ring, introducing first a man who claims to be Canada's greatest athlete, from Hamilton, Ontario, weighing 282 pounds, Iron Mike Sharp. His partner from the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, at 243 pounds, Jimmy Jack Funk. Their opponents have a total combined weight of 474 pounds. Introducing Rick Martel and Tom Zink, the Can-Am Connection.
What an ovation for the Can-Am Connection. Really two fine young athletes, and they can really go in there.
Oh, definitely. This is going to be a great matchup. You got the roughhouse Jimmy Jack Funk, the man of endurance, Iron Mike Sharp, facing these two young athletes who are in tremendous shape, McMahon. Look at them. You can't deny that.
Starting things off, it'll be Rick Martel against Big Jimmy Jack. Martel, the Canadian portion of the Can-Am Connection, as Jimmy Jack winds things up. Nice reversal by Rick Martel. Martel stepping over now. All the way to the far side. Hooks the elbow. A nice maneuver on the part of Rick Martel. Jimmy Jack Funk back to the corner now. Here he comes. No reversal. Look at that maneuver. Arm drag takedown. Whoa. And look at that. That'll bring this capacity crowd almost a count of three. Drop kick by Martel. Cross over the top rope.
Well, I'll tell you what, Martel definitely has an array of aerial tactics that's really impressive, McMahon.
As does his partner, Tom Zink. Jimmy Jack hanging pretty tough. Lifts the knee to the midsection, tags in Iron Mike Sharp. And he's just as tough as Iron, this Mike Sharp.
Now we'll have to see if they can take it.
Mike Sharp now with more roughhouse tactics on Rick Martel.
You know, one thing about wrestling, it's easy to be on the offense. The real test comes when you got to be on the defense.
I'll concur with that. There's a tag. Sharp off. Wow. Now that is the ultimate in tag team coordination. Zeke in control. Iron Mike back to his feet.
Well, I think Iron Mike and Jimmy Jack are going to have to rough these guys up if they're going to get a win. I don't think they can stay with them scientifically.
I think Martel and Zink could very well prove to be just as rough. Off the apron, rather than shoulder block.
I don't know, McMahon.
Oh, look at it. You saw that.
Rough.
You saw that.
I saw it. It was a good move by Jimmy Jack Funk.
Funk tagged in now. Funk on Tom Zink, snaps him right over, drives a right hand to the forehead. That was a closed fist. Late, and another one.
Well, I'll tell you, he's going to mess up that pretty face, and then what will the girls scream about, McMahon?
Martel and Zink know what their profession is, and I don't think they're concerned about having their face messed up, as you call it. Mike Sharp back in now.
I would be.
If I had a face like yours, I'd be concerned too. Look at this. Martel coming in. Martel, a house of fire. Mike Sharp, quick from one side to the other. Out, back body drop. Oh, my. Martel and Zink, the Can-Am Connection, they're burning up the ring at the moment. Downstairs. Look at that maneuver. 1, 2. Oh, come on. Ooh. All four wrestlers in there, all at the same time. Martel and Zink controlling things. Look out, here it comes. No reversal. Nice reversal.
Who's the legal man, McMahon? I've lost track.
I believe I have to. From behind, Mike Sharp attacking Tom Zink.
Well, let's hope referee Dave Hebner hasn't lost track.
I'm totally confused as to who's legal. Knee to the spine. Look at that.
Now, you know, Hebner should be putting one of them guys out of the ring.
One
He's
of them is
allowing
out.
both of them in the ring.
No, there's only 2 men in there now. That's Mike Sharp and Tom Zink. Tag made. Rick Martel.
The biggest nights in Boston Garden Wrestling history. 11 great matches. The Intercontinental title on the line. You have all seen what the Macho Man Randy Savage has been getting away with as of late. Well, he may have gone too far because the challenger coming out of retirement is none other than wrestling's own living legend, Bruno Sammartino, and Boston. A 20-man, $50,000 bunkhouse battle royal. Simply put, no rules. Wrestlers can come to the ring dressed any way they want. In the ring, they can do whatever they want to emerge victorious. And talk about a who's who of wrestling enter this bunkhouse battle royal. You'll see the Rebel Dick Slater, the bodyguard Bob Orton, Brutus Beefcake, the Magnificent Morocco, the Poet Laureate Leaping Lanny Poffo, the Dream Team, King Kong Bundy, Mr. Fuji, Corporal Kirshner, and he's back. They call him the boss of the bunkhouse. Speaking of none other than the big Texan Blackjack Mulligan.
Boston, listen to me. Get Mama from the kitchen. Stop everything you're doing. Get up close. Get the kids the TV. You never have seen anything like this in the history of wrestling. You are looking at size 16 and a half boots that won me the Concho County Fair bunkhouse match. Spider grip is part of the stuff. That's part of the stuff on the toe of my boot still hanging there. Anything, bring anything you want. There's going to be deputy sheriff side the ring, strip searching. Be sure there ain't nothing, no nasty stuff going on, because when you get in that ring, everything goes. I got to win it. I'm a desperado man. I done spent the money for the cows. I got to win it. Got to win it. I'm coming down. Beefcake, you going to be in the ring with me, too, in a single match. Boston, pandemonium reigning, brother. Pack that because you ain't never seen nothing like it ever.
Boston Garden, Saturday night, January the 3rd. Don't miss it.
Graveyard for countless sailors. But for Jacques and Jean-Michel Cousteau, it's the ultimate test of their revolutionary...
Understandable why you decided to come out of retirement to put the tights back on. For those of you that missed it, after what the Macho Man Randy Savage did to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Bruno back in the dressing room area trying to update the condition of the Dragon. The Macho Man comes up with a tirade of insults which continued even after the camera stopped rolling. And then Bruno, even today, earlier, the Macho Man out here continually referring to you, if you will, as a cheap shot artist.
You know, Kenny, when I was a very young man and I first became a professional wrestler, I was so elated to meet some of the great stars of professional wrestling, former champions, just people who had made their mark in professional wrestling. I looked at them with great respect and admiration because that's where I was brought up, and so many of my peers are the same way. Here's this guy, an intercontinental champion, and when you have a title, you're supposed to bring it with some class because you're looked up to by certain people. You are a champion. That means that you're a better competitor perhaps than others, and that's how you got there. This guy called me everything. All I kept hearing that night was nothing but a washed-up old man. He referred something to my ethnic, as far as my nationality. I'm so furious that later, in fact, he tried to say that he lured me to get back into the ring to come because he wanted to destroy the legend once and for all. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Macho Man. I'm putting on the tights back on again. First of all, because of not only what you did, the cheap shot with Steamboat to use that steel weapon on a man's throat and using that steel railing around there. You almost crippled the man, and we don't even know if he's going to have a future in wrestling again. We don't know if he's going to be able to come back. And then you tried to treat me like this. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not after your title because titles mean nothing to me. I've had my titles, 12 years, world champion. But I'm going to come into that ring, and I'm going to show you that this washed-up old man has enough left in him to make mincemeat out of you. I'm going to come in that ring for one reason. I'm going to mop up that floor with you. And if you try to escape like I see you so often do to save your title, I'll come after you outside the ring. A tutti voi italiani vi voglio dire una cosa, questo disgraziato che si dice che lui è campione mondiale e come parla come un porco, quando io lo incontro a Boston, questo qua lo faccio sentire tanto miserabile quella sera, perché quando io ho venuto con lui si vergogna a farsi vedere più sul ring, perché mai sono stato arrabbiato così come adesso, ma questo disgraziato deve pagare per questi peccati che ha fatto, e a Boston lui deve pagare.
Boston, Saturday, January 3rd, the Macho Man and the living legend.
Scheduled to join us, the magnificent Morocco, along with Cowboy Bob Orton in a tag team matchup you would not want to miss. They face the Islanders. Also to join us, an update on the condition in general of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, both physically and psychologically. Also to join us, the natural Butch Reed. And then from there, yes, the Killer Bees will join us in a special tag team matchup. So long, everybody.